Alright, welcome on into another Final Fantasy XIV Roll Quest video. This time we found a pretty little cat girl. And, I don't know, we might invite her to the harem, but, you know, she's very pretty. We'll just talk to her instead first. Oh, hello. Did Bruck Evu send you to help recover our stolen treasure? Yeah, that, and I was wondering if you wanted to join my harem. Thank the heavens, and judging from your accoutrements, you're learned in the arcane arts, yes? If so, we've need of your power and wisdom. This is the Vieira bad person. The really pretty one. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Truth be told, it is wisdom that we require most. You see, even though the treasure has been guarded by our people for generations, we know little of its true nature. It's a pretty good cat girl. Yeah, we can invite her in the harem. Tell me more. In ages past, the forest of our homeland was plagued with terrible beasts, a constant source of fear and danger. To combat this menace, our mages spent many moons researching the treasure. Known as the Perch of the Apex, upon unlocking its secrets, they are able to drive the monsters from the woods, bringing peace at last. With the threat all but eradicated, our forebears forbade any further use of the treasure and enshrined it within the village. So you don't know what it does, and you just... okay. So how am I supposed to work on this? As the years passed, we slowly forgot what it was to live in fear. Yet, as our struggles faded into memory, stories surrounding the perch of the apex became legend, then myth. Now none living are certain of its true power. Yet the peace was shattered by a member of the Passage of the Unbound. The villain wheedled his way into our trust and stole upon my husband, the treasure's appointed guardian, catching him unaware with a terrible blow, then left him unconscious. Wait, we haven't seen the bunny, have we? He is yet to awaken, so my daughter, Topeka, has set forth to retrieve what was stolen. Unlike her father, she has no skill in the arcane arts, and chose the path of the sword. It's okay. I work with people who play with swords all the time. That's why I've been asking someone with the knowledge she lacks. Should the ancient power be unleashed, please, if you can find it in your heart to help Topeka, I would be forever grateful. If there's a mystic artifact involved, count me in. Oh, thank you, thank you. Now, our only clue to the thief's whereabout is found something he mentioned during his stay in a village. He spoke of his desire to bring change to a place called Razatan. Oh, I know that place. Uh-oh. Vitra's not going to be happy about this. That is what Topeka decided to begin her search, so she boarded a ferry bound there, by way of Linsalamissa, with her trusted sword and shield close at hand. That's how you'll know her. Oh, she's a paladin? Okay, fine, we'll help her anyway. She agreed to stay in Razatan to gather information until aid arrived. I know nothing of this place, but it's likely she can be found in the marketplace or some such. Please, bring our treasure and my daughter safely home. You got a husband? You can't come join my harem, lady. Sorry. We do not accept people with husbands. But you got a daughter. Oh, she's here in the markets. This is like Razatan is still popping. Let's look at our person here. I hope you don't have a husband. What the? This is... Oh no! This outfit. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. This looks like Captain Vaughn's outfit from Final Fantasy XII. I mean, this dude with his box. It's not a badly designed Mikote, but that outfit. Oh no. Oh no. I gotta double check this. I think that's what his name is. No, this guy. Bosch. Bosch von Ronsenberg. It is the exact same outfit. Bosch von Ronsenberg. Never thought I'd see that outfit in Final Fantasy XIV, but I guess we'll have to live with it. Oh, are you looking for me? Whatsoever for? Your mother sent me Chaos Fire, and you say my mother sent you? She's not a bad-looking cat. Just need a different set of clothes. I take it she already explained the details, such as how we know next to nothing about the treasure and its capabilities. We have only the legends passed down through our forebears to go on. They speak of a Tural Vidral of an owl that once terrorized the forest, whose soul is sealed within the perch of the apex. The tales have only become more vague as the mists of time obscure the treasure's origin. Even our village eldest remembers not but the ominous warning uttered by those who once wielded its magic. The master of the apex shall be showered with good fortune, yet leave only sorrow in their wake. It's clear that despite owing their safety to the apex power, our forebears viewed it as something to be feared. It must be truly immense. Now, on to the matter of the thief. Even during our brief acquaintance, he made plain his desire to bring change to Razahan. Naturally, I've started my search here and been seeking anyone who's expressed dissatisfaction with the status quo. Sure enough, I soon heard stories of a recent arrival, a self-styled savior of Razatan, who proclaims that he will lead the city to greatness, and calls himself the Justicaire. Justicaire? I don't know. Sounds French again. The hell. He's apparently taken on the burden of personally exterminating the beasts that infest the Avnarian wilds. He made a great show of claiming he alone is equal to the task. While he certainly draws a crowd with his boasting, they only watch with morbid curiosity as he sets off into the jungles alone. I realize this could have nothing to do with our problem, but even the smallest lead must be pursued. I've heard he only gives his speeches at the region's smaller settlements. So, shall we go to see this Justicaire ourselves? Yeah, let's find out who this dude thinks he is. It's decided. I hear Yelidamad would be a great place to start. However, hopefully there we can find our next crumb of a clue. She's got that strut. Definitely a cat girl. She's got that cat girl strut going. At least there's less people here. Chaos Fire, we're in luck. This boy saw the very man we seek. It seems he gave the same grand speech about saving the people, claiming that danger lurked nearby before venturing forth to combat alone. Yet the radiant host could not well stand idle by if there were truly beasts afoot. So one of them followed him. All we needed to do is pick up their trail. He ran towards the shroud, but you might be able to spot him from Kajaya's footsteps. You can see the whole forest from there. Thanks. You've been very helpful. So, FFXIV, let's head there and see what we can see. We're like the bear that went over the mountain, I guess. And if you don't know about the bear that went over the mountain, we got problems. Because the bear went over the mountain and all he could see was the other side of the mountain. I have all augmented. I don't have all these guys up. Been updating all my gear for all my jobs. But, you know, you gotta get freaking tones for that stuff. Look, it's another summoner. We must be in the right spot. Now then, let us begin our search. Since I've never actually seen the Justice Seer, I suppose we find the Radiant Host Soldier first. They do all wear similar armor after all. Now, search the area. Oh no. Doesn't look like a him. Oh, it is a... I think it's a him. No, that's definitely a her. Not to worry, FFXIV. He's unconscious, but otherwise apparently appears unharmed. Those horns do not look like male, whatever they are. I don't even like them, so I can't even think of what they are. Aura. Male Aura. Oh, they really look like the female Aura's form. Ugh, what happened? It is a guy, but those look like female horns. We heard you came here in pursuit of Justice Seer. Do you remember anything? Yes, I eventually found him. He was confronting that fiend that now lies dead. This dude's a bard. Owner needs something. Oh, it's the feather dude. At last, the Justice Seer graces Razatan. I shall bring unending peace to this beleaguered land. Thinks he's a bird. You are brave to follow my path. You indeed possess the mettle that even consider the terrors that threaten our home, let alone stand against them. Yet courageous though you may be, you are far too weak to fell a beast so mighty. Dude, you know nothing about those. Those are mithril caps. They're really weak. Quit this place with your life, while you're yet able. Yeah, I brought those here from Labyrinthos. I am of the Radiant Host. If I ran from such meager prey, I would become a laughing stock. How bold to look death in the eye without flinching. I doubt not your conviction to defend Narazahan. Yet I believe it pales before mine. Okay, what are you going to do with the owl? O Apex, bestow upon me your divine might. Nothing's happening. Do you not heed my call? I require your power more than ever. Is something supposed to happen? Why? Am I yet unworthy? Or mayhap there's a button I must press. This is not what I expected. Stand aside, I'll dispose of this pest. Just give me a moment. Cannot end like this. I won't be made a fool. Come on, you moldy trinket, work. Transform me into the hero, Razahan. And you dropped boulders on it. He brandished that idol, and it became wreathed in a mysterious light. And boulders started falling from the sky. Down they came, one after another. That's when I must have been struck unconscious. Saying that till there's a boulder right there, and your sword and shield are on the ground near it. But, yeah, that's a good thing. I recall only faintly. I remember the man mumbling, quite excitedly, as if he'd come upon a sudden revelation, as if he was overtaken by madness. It seems he got away unscathed. Either he had an incredible stroke of luck, or whatever he was beseeching to actually answered. Then it's as I suspected. This justiciar is the self-same thief who stole the perch of the apex. But no doubt he's long departed from here. First I'll escort this fellow back to Yelidamad. Keep a close eye on him. Headwinds can have dreadful after effects. Yes, I can. Cause concussions. The soldier made his way to Razahan to make a formal report, and what an odd report it will be. His account seemed to align with the legends of the treasure's power. The wielder escaped unharmed and brought ruin to those around him. Could those falling rocks have been a freak accident? I'm not so sure. You won't believe it. He came back. Who came back? The Justiciar? Yes, not long after you left. He said he beat up a monster that knocked out a Radiant, and he was laughing his head off. Did he really do it? But is he really strong? Is he really stronger than the Radiants? No. He was just throwing rocks around. Whatever he did, the monster was slain, I suppose. Well, my mate can't stop talking about him. He wants to be just like the Justiciar. His mom and dad weren't happy about it, though. I'd advise you and your friends to look for a different role model. But we thank you for telling us what happened. He's just a common thief. Well, there's one less fiend skulking about, I suppose. He may have been simply testing the treasure's capabilities, and as far as we know, he's yet to use its power for evil ends. I find his motivations a mystery. To steal the perch of the apex by force, only to come here to Thavnir and use it for good, it makes no sense. You've heard tell this passagely unbound, yes? Many have ventured to Tulial claiming to be their victims, yet here they would be saviors. If he had such noble goals, then why did he stoop to such devious deceptions? What could he be plotting? But that's neither here nor there. He stole from my people, and that misdeed can't be forgiven. The perch of the apex helped us win peace. By its might, our forebears built the foundation of the lives we now lead. Till recently, it stood silent, a symbol of our pride as a people, reminded us that we carved out a home within that inhospitable wilderness. Being trusted with its protection is a great honor. I was so proud of my father when the elders chose him, so proud to be his daughter. Yet since the day was stolen, some of the other villagers made their disdain towards him only too clear. I couldn't bear it. That's why I must get it back, to restore my village's pride and my father's reputation. There's still so much we don't know about the Justiciar, but we have to assume he's learned to wield the Apex's power. I can't say whether those falling rocks have anything to do with it, but I won't discount it outright. I'll continue looking into his whereabouts. While we still have so many questions, with both of us working together, we'll find answers soon enough. You got it, pretty. You need some different clothes, but you're a cute little girl. Ah, Chaosfire. I'm afraid there's been some developments that are less than encouraging. News that the Justiciar's actions have spread throughout the city, and with each retelling, his deeds become more valorous. The younger citizens, in particular, seem to view him as something as an idol. Despite the creature he owns posing no real danger, we would paint them as mighty beasts in need of felling. Of course, the Radiant hosts are far too busy to trouble themselves culling every piece that casts a sideways glance at the city's gate. Yet, the Justiciar has twisted circumstances to his advantage. He proclaims anyone who will listen that the Radiant hosts shirk with terror before these beasts, and that he is the only one who can eradicate them. Though you might expect such claims to be dismissed as wild ramblings, it seems no few people have fallen for his ploy. The whisper of his exploits among the youth have particularly grown into a clamor. Yet we mustn't be discouraged, for his increasing fame only makes it easier for us to sniff out his trail. And where better to start than Razad Han? I'll see you there, Chaosfire. Where did he go? Oh, to Raz. Sorry, I'm taking care of something real quick. I'll bring up our story while I'm here. Given how large the city is, let's split up to cover more ground. I already have a destination in mind, the High Crucible. Hey, the alchemists there can concoct any manner of tinctures and powders, including those which help in detecting traces of energies left behind by magics and enchantment tools. Fallen rocks have invariably marked locations where the Justiciar has performed one of his feats. I believe an alchemical mixture can help us determine if their presence is the work of the treasure. Yeah, good idea. I'm hardly an expert in such concoctions, though, so I'll seek the advice at the High Crucible. Yeah, they're really smart over there. You should definitely talk to them. While I'm doing that, I would also ask that you go to the Hall of the Radiant Host and see if they have any new information on the Justiciar's whereabouts. Does that plan sound agreeable to you? Yeah, I got a lot of friends over there. Great. Now that we both have our tasks, let's get to them. I'll meet you back here once my business is done. Where am I? I'm 44 already. I capped my tomes, or my gemstones. In fact, I was doing so many fates, trying to level this one in the aiming job, that I ended up with all capping out my stuff, my gemstones. Hey, it's the Voidset. I'm tired of hearing about this Justiciar. Its popularity among the city's younglings is quickly becoming a cause for concern. Try as we might to refute his claims that the Radiant Hosts are allowing monstrous beasts to run amok unchecked. You know how young minds are, impressionable, and difficult to change once set. We initially disregarded him as a boastful eccentric, but his alarming sway over the populace can no longer be ignored. We are at present considering whether to open a formal investigation into his activities. You and this ally of yours have done well in the search thus far. We even have a working theory about the falling stones. Quite impressive. Several of our numbers have encountered him during their patrols, only to lose sight of him under a hill of rocks. Such incidents have become all too frequent, and many of our ranks are determined to react. For now, I am afraid this is all the help I can offer. Please share what I've told with your companion, and together we may yet unmask this Justiciar. This guy is from the patches. The 6.x patches. He actually teaches you about Golbez and his people. And his fiends. Pretty good storyline. It's heartening to know the Radiant Hosts are taking this seriously. Thank you for speaking with them, Chaosfire. I have good tidings as well. I explained the situation to the alchemists, and they've provided a power that helps detect traces of magic in the surrounding environment. I say help because the power only reacts faintly on its own. To function properly requires the skill of one practiced in the arcane arts. Luckily, I have you. I have committed the location of all sightings of the Justiciar to memory, and the closest to us was at the Perfumed Rise. Let's hope this powder works as intended. Yeah, me too. But these alchemists are very, very good. Look, it's Princess Peach. She actually did a pretty good job at cosplay. And she's being accompanied by a toad. A toadstool. That's actually pretty good. Like, I've seen some really interesting cosplays in game, but that has to be one of the best ones I've ever seen. I'm still not used to seeing sprouts in Endwalker zones. The Justiciar was sighted near here, and I don't see any other conspicuous stones around, so I sprinkle a powder over this one. Now concentrate your focus, or inner eye, or whatever it is that the locus of your power. The locus? What the frick is that word? IOCUS. Oh, not CIS. CUS. Locus, but that's not right. I don't know. Not sure what that power. If it's locus, it could be locus. LOCUS. Locus, particular position or point in place. It's locus, the curved fragment form of this. Okay. It's just like a focal point. It's a freaking game with all the freaking big words of your power and see if you can't detect any unnatural forces. What the heck? It's glowing. There's a little yellow glow in the middle. So, were you able to detect anything? It was glowing and there was like a little thing there. I knew it. You could do it. So because there's no crystal in this rock, the energy you detected must be the remnant of some kind of spell. Is that right? And taking the story of the Radiant we rescued previously into account, conclude that the Justiciar used the treasure to call those stones down from the sky. At least we have an inkling for its true nature. Even so, not every question has been answered. The Radiant told us that even though the Justiciar stood before the creature, it seemed to have trouble calling forth the Apex's power at first. My father once said that the perch of the Apex is much like the wand he used to weave his magics. Of course, the main difference between them is the unique nature of the essence stored within the treasure. I know little of such arcane instruments, but must be quite familiar with them. How do you use yours? Well, I got the soul stone and it kind of helps me out. I channel ether into it. I see, even with the right instrument, spell casting requires the use of specific techniques. The Justiciar seems to lack any such expertise. So how does he tap into the treasure's power? I suppose the perch of the apex possesses some unique method of activation. When I spoke to the representatives of the other tribes about their treasures, no one mentioned special techniques being required. Not that the relics should have much in common to begin with. Hey, look, it's a radiant. You two, did you see an Auri girl pass through here by herself? I'm afraid not. What happened? Wait, I recognize you both, the hero of the final days and a recent visitor from Tyrol. Apologies for the imposition, but may I beg your assistance? It's all that Justice Seer's fault. The girl said she was off to join the Fool's Crusade and ran out of Yelidamads before anyone could stop her. Oh no. Her mother begged us to find her, but if she's following the Justice Seer, she could be anywhere. You see, he's been sighted at locations scattered all over Thavnir. We can't stand here looking at rocks while a girl is in danger, especially if the Justiciar is involved. We have to help. That'd be much appreciated. We're searching places where the Justiciar has been spotted before, so perhaps you could start where he hasn't been seen. Good idea. As far as I know, he hasn't been sighted at the northern shores. Come on, Chaos Fire. See, hers is straight up Bosch. Like everything in her outfit and weaponry, everything is Bosch von Ratzenberg. You know, the bad thing about this is this outfit has now shown up. There are people who are going to want it. They're going to want the glam. I don't know if it's in the game or not. Like, because I don't do the glam stuff, so it might be a cash shop item or something like that, but like I don't spend a lot of time doing glams, so I think I found her. In fact, there's a bunch of dead. Whoops. I think that's the next one with Bahamut. I heard fighting, so I came as fast as I could. It's a good thing you arrived in time to save the girl. Thank you, mister. Thank you. I'm glad you're safe, but your mother must be worried sick. You shouldn't wander off like that, especially not to look for a trickster like the Justiciar. What, you mean he's a bad man? Yes, exactly. He stole an important treasure from my village. Now he's using it to make himself look brave. But he needs it to kill the monsters, to protect us. It's no excuse for stealing. He might have fooled you younglings, but the Radiant Host knows what he's up to. But he said he'd save us from the monsters. He's our hero. The Radiant said we shouldn't be scared, but we all know that. But we all know the Justiciar is the one who keeps us safe. We don't need the Radiance anymore. No hero can save the world alone. Let me tell you, I'm that person. I don't do it alone. Ah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say bad things about the Radiance. They protected us. They protected everyone in the final days. I guess I forgot how much they care about us. I'm sorry, too. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that after all you've been through. You said that Justiciar is a thief and a trickster? But I hope it's not true. He's my hero. Well, I best escort her back to Yelidamad. I'll meet you there later, Cassfire. You got it, buddy. Let's see. I'm trying to think where everyone else is. This guy is no good. That's all I can say about him. He's just no good. The girl and her mother are reunited, and I think we can both give ourselves a pat on the back. They're on their way now to inform the Radiant host that all is well. I would like to apologize for before. I let my emotions get the better of me, and it harangued that poor girl when she was hardly to blame for anything. I really should have been scolding myself. Caspar, there's something I neglected to tell you before. The man who now calls himself the Justiciar came to us in the guise of a worldly merchant. He was eager to talk about the perch of the apex and its history, and I was equally eager to tell him, not even considering what he might do with the information. I'm so proud of my father for being appointed as its guardian. I suppose I was trying to impress this stranger out of sheer vanity. That vanity led to my father being attacked, and the treasure being stolen from under our noses. I have no choice but to make amends for my mistakes and bring it back. Yet some are convinced that the Justiciar acts only to serve the greater good. I couldn't accept that he might be as rotten as I thought, and lashed out at the wrong person. From now on, I can't let my emotions cloud my judgment. I must remain calm and look at the facts for what they are, and the facts say that the Justiciar has done no harm to the people of Thavnir. Even so, the organization he serves, the Passage of the Unbound, is evil to its very core. If his actions at my village are not villainy, I don't know what is. The situation is fraught with contradictions. I still don't know what to think. What about you, Chaosfire? Even if he hasn't attacked anyone, his actions are stirring unrest. I agree. He speaks of justice and heroism with great bluster. Yet there's something we're missing. Thank you, Chaosfire, for your wise words. Sometimes I find it difficult to keep my heart from skewing my perspective, so I'm grateful that you're here to help me see clearly. So, it seems our objective is unchanged. We track down the man who stole my people's sacred treasure. Whatever his intentions may be, unraveling them comes secondary to finding the man himself. I'll continue to pour my every effort into the search, so stop by from time to time, and I may have something new to share with you. You got it. And that, my friends, is Caster Quest Line 90 to 92. So basically, as of right now, all the videos are up on my YouTube. These two, the final two will be up there shortly. But I will have all base level starting quest sets for all of the Disciple of War and Disciple of Magic, and the Crafting and Gathering quests. You can check them all out on my YouTube, where this one is as well. And you can check out all my other Dawn Trail escapade videos and escapades in there as well. And we'll see you in the next one.